Hi crafters, Dr. Sonia here. I'll show you how to make this rotating triangular box. We'll make the triangular supports, the box frame and the drawer. Mark the center of your chipboard square. Draw lines to the corners of the square as shown to get a triangular piece. This is going to form the support of your triangular box. Cut out the triangles and punch holes approximately ½ inch from the tip of the triangle. The hole should be big enough to thread a skewer through it. You can use a crocodile, an owl or any other means to do this. The smoother the hole, the better will be the movement of your triangular boxes. Cover your chipboard triangular pieces with pattern paper. I am using Graphic 45's Portrait of a Lady collection. Wet glue is an easier option compared to red tacky tape here. I'm using a bone folder to gently wrap the pattern paper around the chipboard piece without tearing it or wrapping it. I've left one edge of the chipboard piece uncovered. This just helps in gluing the chipboard securely to the framework. This is the chipboard piece which forms the framework of the box. I'm using a set square to ensure it's at 90 degrees. The other chipboard triangle goes on top of your chipboard framework piece, like so. The skewer helps to correctly align the chipboard pieces. Space out all 5 of the triangular supports. These are the chipboard pieces which are used to form the framework. You can line it with pattern paper. I've used Graphic 45's Portrait of a Lady. That is formed with a Heartfelt Creations board die and a chipboard piece with pattern paper on both sides and a magnet inside. So this is how it looks once you cover all the pieces with pattern paper, and here is how the box is going to close. We still have to secure it with hinges, metal hinges as shown. Now what is left is to form the third piece of your box framework, which will go like this. You just have to apply magnets. Put a magnet on the closure part, keeping the third piece in place. I've not kept the hinges on as yet. Apply a glue dot to the magnet as shown. Holding the chipboard piece at the hinge, bring the flap up and the magnet falls in place. Apply pattern paper on top. I found that my box was not closing perfectly, so I applied another magnet on top of the one already in place. Close it with a disc of pattern paper. The easiest and perfect way to make the drawers is to make a custom-made template. I tried other methods, but this was the best one. So as earlier, I'm using a 2 3/4 inch square piece of cardstock. Draw lines to the corners. Cut out the triangles. Mark the punch hole. Bring it onto a scoreboard and mark a line around 3/8 inches from the tip of the triangle. We're going to chop this off. And this is how you're going to construct the template. It looks scary but gives the best results. So that is the traced out triangle with the chopped off tip and the skewer hole marked in place. Using a grid ruler is the best way to do this. What I am doing is marking lines 1 inch outside the triangular template and adding gluing tabs to it. It just requires a little bit of patience and accuracy, but this is the foolproof method to create a perfect triangular rotating box. Using a grid ruler makes the job easy and fast. My gluing tabs are just 1/4 inch in width. I'm drawing the wedges in place manually. So here you can see me writing 1 inch. Using the grid ruler helps you align the lines and get it perfectly at 90 degrees when required. And the last bit is around 1/2 an inch wide and again 1 inch tall. This is the most crucial part of the template construction, as if you go wrong here, your box will not rotate perfectly. I'm adding gluing tabs to both sides of this particular bit. So that is 1/2 inch. Now cut out the template as shown. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. But this is a fairly straightforward step. You just have to follow the lines you've already drawn. I've made this template using fairly thick cardstock. It is not too thick but perfect so that I can cover it with pattern paper. I'm again using the Graphic 45's Portrait of a Lady. Here I'm using the scoreboard to draw score lines along the lines we've already constructed. This is again a fairly straightforward step, and you need not use a scoreboard. I just find it easier if you're using a scoreboard. The parallel lines on the scoreboard help you to get the perfectly straight lines on your template. Once you have scored on the score lines, fold along the score lines and your drawer will start taking shape. This is a fairly straightforward step. Punch the hole on the pre-marked place. Apply wet glue on the gluing tabs you have already cut out. Don't apply too much glue. Spread the glue into a thin layer. Use paper clips to secure your gluing tabs in place. I'm sorry I'm going a bit off camera here, but this is a fairly straightforward step. Wet glue is the easiest and the best option here. And your drawer box is ready. The final step and an important step is to gently curve around the tip near the hole you have punched. So this helps your drawer to rotate perfectly. Wrap pattern paper on the outside and inside of your drawer box. Use wet glue again. I've forgotten to ink the edges, earlier. So I am doing the inking bit now. I've used Portrait of a Lady from Graphic 45. Here I'm threading the drawer boxes onto a skewer stick. So this is how it is done. The skewer passes through all the holes you have punched in the chipboard and the cardstock, and that's the final one going in. The skewer is later glued to the base, and on top you can hold it in place using a bead like so. Chop off the extra bit of skewer that is protruding out, and voila, your box is ready. My box was custom made to fit inside a hexagonal box. I'll show you in another video. And this is how it goes in. And you can remove it by holding the bead. And that's the lid going on top. Thank you.